Whoever misses next has to explain erections.
Erections.
Ooh. Okay, keep going. I have to explain erections. No. I can't explain erections. You're the doctor. You're Dr. Pete. You have to explain erections.
You want to take a crack at it?
Everybody, welcome to Uncomfortable Questions with Dr. Pete, who is a board-certified urologist, a nationally recognized expert in sexual medicine, and the Senior Vice President for Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. Welcome, Dr. Pete. Thank you for joining us once again.
Thanks for having me, Chad.
So tell me, how does an erection work?
It's a good question.
It's a very good question. I'm very good at questions.
Yeah, so it turns out erections are kind of complicated and involve a lot of different body parts all working together in a very coordinated way.
Tell me about these body parts.
Well, it starts up here, right? With arousal, excitement with your brain. There's some sort of arousing stimulus that triggers a response in your brain that eventually results in a nerve signal being transmitted from your brain through your spinal cord, all the way to the bottom of your spinal cord, and out the nerve roots that are in the lower part of the spinal cord.
Listen.
Those nerves eventually make their way to the penis, where a chemical neurotransmitter called nitric oxide is released, and that kicks in a whole molecular cascade that results in relaxation of the muscle in the penis, which is kind of counterintuitive, but the muscle relaxes. That allows blood to flow in quickly. Of course, the quick inflow of blood depends on having good, healthy blood vessels. And then when that blood flows in quickly, the elastic nature of the erection chambers lets them expand and basically squish the veins that take the blood out of the penis, and that's what lets pressure build up. So an erection is triggered by the brain, goes through your spine, involves nerves, blood vessels, molecular signaling, and then eventually results in the pressure in your penis being kind of similar to your top number in your blood pressure.
You actually just blew my mind. Relaxation causes erections, not the opposite.
Yeah, that's a really common misconception, and that plays into one of the things that can go wrong in ED, which particularly goes wrong amongst younger men with ED.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So we know how erections work. Erectile dysfunction, ED. How does that get in the way of these erections functioning properly, of that whole cascade?
If you're someone like me, you just think of, okay, how does an erection work? And then think of all the problems that can get in the way of any one of those steps, right? So in your head, in your brain, anxiety, like anticipatory anxiety about sex, stress, anything that raises your adrenaline levels can turn off the part of your nervous system that is responsible for relaxation and sexual function. That's called the parasympathetic nervous system.
So what's like the biological reason for that? Why would it be turning off your erections?
Well, it's really that the sympathetic adrenaline system gets activated when you're threatened.
Okay.
Right? So like picture a caveman, he's with his cave woman, they're about to get it on, or caveman with caveman, who knows? Point is, a threat emerges, a tiger.
Mammoth.
Mammoth. Threatened, worried you're going to get killed. Is it going to help you to get your blood to your muscles and to your brain so you can think, run, or fight, or is it going to help you to keep all your blood in your penis?
Can't be selfish. The other muscles need the blood because they got to fight that mammoth.
Yeah, so like the adrenaline-mediated sympathetic response is evolutionarily helpful, but not particularly helpful for a young guy or any person who is anxious about having sex. So you get anxious, your adrenaline is produced, you lose a little bit of erection, you become aware of it, more adrenaline, panic, and then disaster, complete loss of erection, and then the next time is even harder.
Mammoth ruined erections for all of us.
It did, yeah.
So there's all sorts of things that it can be in your head, it can be anywhere else down that cascade. All of these things could be causing ED. What I think most guys want to know is whether or not I have ED. Are there things that I can be doing to get a better erection?
Yeah, no matter what type of ED you have, or even if you don't have ED, there are certain things you can do to promote healthy sexual function.
Well, this is what I was hoping you were going to say, because I have prepared a game for us. This is going to be the most fun you have had in months. This game is called Chad's Facts. And in this bag, I have 10 facts and 10 fakes about things that can or cannot affect your sexual performance in bed. Are you ready to play Chad's Facts? We've got the score on the board. For every point that Dr. Pete gets wrong, he has to give me a compliment. And for every point that he gets right, well, he just gets another question. We're going to go through 10. Are you ready?
I'm ready, Chad.
All right, score on the board, starting at 0. First one is drinking.
I'm just kidding, Chad. Yeah, alcohol can absolutely affect sexual function. It's a little bit complicated. You know, a glass of wine a day in lots of like cardiology and heart health studies has been proven to be beneficial. Low levels of alcohol are not a problem at all, but binge drinking, high alcohol consumption absolutely affects getting erections, maintaining erections, and even arousal and desire.
To no one's surprise, you are correct. Point 1 on the board. One up, we have prescription medications approved by the FDA.
Yes, there are very effective prescription medications to treat ED.
Prescription medications that maybe you could get through an online platform such as Hims?
Yeah, you might be able to do that, actually. You might be able to visit forhims.com. You might be able to securely provide your medical information very quickly and efficiently.
Get access to a licensed provider.
From the convenience of your home.
From the convenience of your home.
Have a back and forth messaging interaction.
And what type of prescription medications might you be able to get?
You might be able to get generic Viagra, generic Cialis, Levitra.
And they're FDA approved for what purposes?
They're FDA approved for the treatment of erectile dysfunction. So all of these drugs are in the same class. There are subtle differences between them. Some are name brands, some are generic, but the way these drugs work is they facilitate smooth muscle relaxation in the penis, the sort of end stage of that whole nerve, spine, blood vessels interaction that we talked about before.
Once again, you are correct. 2 points on the board for Dr. Pete. I'm really hoping that you're going to get some of these wrong because I would like some compliments. Number 3, smoking.
Yeah, smoking is one of the worst things you can do for your overall health and also for your sexual function. Smoking affects blood vessels. It contributes to vascular disease, clogged arteries. It can affect nerve function, and it's terrible for long-term sexual function.
Once again, correct. 3 points on the board for Dr. Pete. Horny goatweed.
Awesome name.
It's a good name. That goat's real horny.
Yeah, but turns out the goat may be horny, but he's not helping anybody have sex.
So it's a misnomer. This goatweed is anti-horny.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's anti-horny. I'd say it's neutral.
It's neutral goatweed. Much less appealing name. Next point on the board for Dr. Pete. And exercise.
Yeah, exercise is awesome for everything, including sexual function. It's very, very clear that regularly exercising keeps your blood vessels healthy, keeps your weight down, and preserves long-term sexual function.
Dr. Pete, you're on a roll here, and I am not getting any compliments, so this day is not going well for me. Next up, porn.
Porn.
Yeah, can porn impact your performance in bed?
That's sort of a tough question. I'm going to say yes, it can. And it can, in some instances, if it's a shared close experience with a partner, can maybe augment sexual function. But I think what you're getting at is the overutilization of pornography as a cause of psychogenic ED. And that is a problem that we see a lot. And the way sex is portrayed in pornography is often not realistic, not reproducible in real life, and can create all kinds of mismatches between someone's realities and their fantasies, and it can cause a lot of problems.
Dr. Pete, I am so sorry to tell you that you are once again correct, and I am not getting any compliments here. Okay, next up, eggs. Just eating eggs.
Eggs?
Yeah, doing stuff with eggs.
No effect.
That's correct. Next up, we've got old age.
Old age. Well, getting older is associated, unfortunately, with an increased likelihood of ED. Whether or not age itself, the number, is what it drives it, or the accumulation of medical issues as people get older is not super clear. But the older men get, the more likely they are to have ED.
Once again, you are correct. Dr. Pete, you're ruining me here. Stress.
Yeah, we talked about stress already. Stress increases sympathetic nervous system activity, adrenaline, and can have a negative impact on sexual function.
As we like to say here at HIMSS, that goddamn mammoth. Next up, diet.
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 Diet. Diet can absolutely affect sexual function, but not in a super obvious and immediate way. Diet is more about long-term, overall, vascular, and therefore sexual health.
Connected to diet, body weight.
Body weight, yeah, body weight is associated with sexual function. Men who are overweight are more likely to have insulin resistance, high blood sugar, dysfunction of the cells that line their blood vessels, which are called endothelial cells, and ED. So yeah, being overweight absolutely has an impact.
How about hanging upside down before sex?
Yes, Chad. Yes.
That can help me?
It can
I will
help
literally
you.
try
Only,
anything.
and you know what, Chad, I just wanted to give you a compliment. You are great at this game. You really are.
You guys,
Yeah.
I finally got one.
But hanging upside down is not going to help.
Okay, you're allowed to get the rest of them right now because I
Okay.
got a compliment. I'm very excited. What about the time of day?
The time of day. That's a really interesting question. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Testosterone levels peak in the early morning.
Yeah.
And testosterone absolutely can have an impact on sexual function.
Okay.
And sleep patterns can certainly have a big impact also. But it's, I think, different for different individuals. Overall, there's not a huge impact of time of day.
So time of day, yes, maybe no, maybe so.
Not a big effect.
Okay,
but
we'll give you a
feasible.
point. On my card it says no, so we'll give you the point.
Okay.
Blood type.
No.
Ginseng.
Ginseng. No. A little bit of data to support it, but not enough to really give a yes answer there. So I'm
Keep
gonna
you up all night,
I'm
but
gonna say
won't
no.
keep you up all night.
Right. It'll
Eh?
keep you up all night, but it won't keep you up all night. I got it. Yeah.
Okay, last one. We've got Rhino pills, one of our favorite topics here at HIMSS. Tell me about Rhino pills. Can they help me out?
In general, no. Rhino pills do
Correct!
not-
Perfect score for Dr. Pete! And the crowd goes wild!
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those crowd noises.
Me
Thank
too,
you,
Chad.
Dr. Pete. And that's it for us today.
One more, Chad.
One more? Oh, are we going to get this? Are we going to go back to this? You trying
I
to show
think
me up
so.
again?
Yeah.
All right. On three. 1, 2, 3.
Come back. We need a like and subscribe message.
If you were really uncomfortable by what just happened, as you should have been, please hit that thumbs up button. Please hit that subscribe button. We are dying to make you even more uncomfortable in the next episode.
What he said.